porn! Woo! Yeah! Again, my only note to porn is just, know that some porn doesn't look like what real lovemaking and fucking looks like. There's a lot of queer porn out now that is supposed to be like much more realistic. The cunnilingus looks like this, not like this. That's how you know. Okay, but even some of that queer porn, they're still they're getting it on, and they kind of are turning for the camera because you still want to see this stuff happening. Which isn't really like you do at home with your partners. You're not like, you're doing it kind of in this weird position. You only do that when there's a mirror in the room. And you're like, yeah, mirror. And then your partner's like, what the fuck are you doing? Get back in the other position. You're like, sorry, dear. Okay? So, there's a lot of stuff in the news about porn addiction and sex addiction and stuff like that. If you think you have a problem, or you think that a partner or a lover has a problem, there's a lot of resources on the web around 12-step programs. I myself spent a year doing Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous because I had a really bad breakup in an open relationship, and a friend of mine thought I might be a sex addict. And so I, spent a year doing the 12-step program to kind of find out. And what I found out was I was using sex and love to fill some self-esteem issues that I had. And then once I figured those things out, and I did the emotional work, and kind of shored up those gaping holes of, love me, tell me I'm a good person. Once I figured those things out, then it was like, wow, I'm kind of a slut. Which in that program wouldn't be allowed because I was relapsing. And that was really tricky for me to kind of figure out, like, am I really relapsing? Or am I really, polyamorous and I like to be slutty? So if you are looking into any of those 12-step programs and you're not really sure what's going on, you're more than welcome to email me or call me. I'll tell you what my experience was more in depth. The problem with 12-step programs around sex addiction is there's not good role modeling in our culture for what non-monogamy looks like. And so, because SLAA is based on AA, and the way that they kind of save as many people as possible is they just say, you're never going to drink again. And that kind of saves, makes everybody, it's the easiest choice to help the most people. There are people in AA who can learn how to drink responsibly, but if they start telling people, oh, you can drink responsibly, then the people who could never drink responsibly are just going to fall right off the wagon. So it keeps things more simple. In Sex and Love Addicts programs that are 12-step based, basically what they say is you can only have one relationship at a time, or one sexual partner at a time. Because we don't have a good role model for open relationships and ethical sluts. So, know that. It can get a little bit tricky if you figure out your self-esteem issues and you're non-monogamous. That program will tell you you're relapsing. I have a different opinion of that. So if you ever have to deal with that kind of stuff, come talk to me. Similar with porn addiction, yes, there's, people who use porn and it kind of screws with their life. There's also people who use video games and it screws with their life. It doesn't make porn bad. So if you have questions about that, come talk to me. What's problematic is the media loves porn addiction and sex addiction right now. Because it makes for good news and it allows celebrities to behave badly. Tiger Woods, he was a jerk. Maybe they had an open relationship agreement that they're not saying because he doesn't want to embarrass his family. But, if you want to fuck around, have a conversation with your partner first. Get permission or end the relationship. And I know that's a very reductive way of thinking about it, but, it's an integrity issue. It's not necessarily a disease. That's my 2 cents on that.